Delhi, as we know it, is ever moving and a restless city. However, there is another side to it that is quaint and peaceful. You can soak in the serenity at such places which, despite being in the middle of the city, feel like they are in another era altogether. One such city park in Delhi is the famous Lodhi tomb that is surrounded by lush greenery and also houses tombs of Sayyid and Lodhi rulers.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are at one of the most fabulous monuments in Delhi.
This green paradise, which is also known as Lodhi Gardens, is one of the famous hotspots in Delhi. People come down here for their morning jog, to relax, and also occasionally for family picnics. This place also pulls in a lot of courting couples.
While the place sits beautifully in the present era, its history goes back to the time when the Sultanate was reigning.
Built in the 15th and 16th century, this complex houses the tomb of two major rulers, one from the Sayyid dynasty and another from the Lodhi dynasty. These rulers were Muhammad Shah and Sikandar Lodhi.
The three structures that share a common platform are collectively the most striking monument of Lodhi Garden. Bara Gumbad was constructed in 1490 CE, and the main dome was perhaps made to provide a gateway to the nearby mosque. The Bara Gumbad is made of red, grey and black stone, including grey quartz and red sandstone. It may not be ornate, but it definitely displays excellent craftsmanship. The engraved plaster decoration inside the tomb and in the mihrabs and squinches of the mosque makes it an exquisite architecture.
Bara Gumbad is the most imposing structure, which was built by Sikandar Lodhi and has two adjoining structures such as the Friday Mosque and a guest house. Each of these structures demonstrate the pattern of architecture which is closely associated with the Sultanate era.
The Bara Gumbad has a raised platform on its central courtyard which strongly suggests it to be a burial place. Also, as you can see behind me, the mosque has domes on its three bays while the other two are arched roofs. The Mehman Khana, or the guest house that directly faces the mosque, is now in a battered state. The structure has two rooms, one on each side. These rooms once served as living quarters for people who stayed here.
The square-shaped monument that stands right in front of the Bara Gumbad is called the Sheesh Gumbad. Despite its double-story appearance, the tomb is only single-storied. The architecture of this tomb is an interesting mix of Islamic and Hindu architectures. The ceilings again show wonderful plaster work done in intricate designs. Buried inside the Sheesh Gumbad is an unknown family that was part of the Lodhi family. According to some, they were important members of Sikandar Lodhi's court. The exact date of construction of this tomb is also unknown, though it is vastly believed to have been built by Ibrahim Lodhi. Despite the exact date not being known, it is vastly believed that this tomb was constructed between 1489 to 1517 CE.
Some of the historians believe that Behlul Lodhi, the Sultan who was the chief of Lodhi tribe and the founder of Lodhi dynasty, is buried in this tomb. The western wall of the Gumbad consists of a mihrab, which also served as a mosque, has hidden staircase that directly leads to the terrace. Although the monument has lost a lot of its past glory, the remains give a peek into what a marvelous building it must have been once. The monument was originally decorated with blue enamel tiles, and some of these turquoise and cobalt tiles are still visible on the rooftop of the Gumbad. It is these tiles, once shown like a glass, gave this building its name, the Sheesh Gumbad.
Out of the four monuments here, the oldest belongs to Muhammad Shah. He was the third Sultan of the Sayyid dynasty, and his tomb is one of the larger tombs surviving from this period. The tomb consists of an octagonal chamber surrounded by a veranda. The structure has three arched openings that are supported on double square pillars. The tomb reflects the typical Afghan style with its 8 pillared chhatris and sloping masonry for support. Along with the tomb of Muhammad Shah, it also has 8 other graves.
The tomb of Muhammad Shah was built in the year 1444 by Alauddin Alam Shah, the last ruler of the Sayyid dynasty. This octagonal tomb, which is visible from the road, is a fine amalgamation of the Hindu and Islamic style of architecture. Another notable building, which is based on the same style of architecture, is the tomb of Sikandar Lodhi.
The tomb of Sikandar Lodhi stands out distinguished within its fortified enclosure and retains remnants of its past glory in the form of blue tiles that are still visible on the pavilions of its inner sanctum and outer pavilions. This octagonal structure is also famous for its beautiful Mughal architecture. The double dome structure stands right in the middle of the large garden and has tall boundary walls around it. The tomb is the first garden tomb in Indian subcontinent and is India's earliest surviving enclosed garden tomb.
This simple and austere structure was built in 1517 and 18 Common Era and has a single grave inside belongs to Sikandar Lodhi. This is the first garden tomb in Indian subcontinent and the earliest surviving enclosed garden tomb in India. The tomb was commissioned by Sikandar Lodhi's son and the last ruler of Lodhi dynasty, Ibrahim Lodhi.
Another very notable building inside the Lodhi Gardens is the beautiful Atapolla, or the Bridge of 8 Piers. Right in the midst of these monuments that all belong to the great Sultanate period is this beautiful piece of Mughal architecture built by none other than Emperor Akbar. Although the Bara Gumbad, the Sheesh Gumbad and the two tombs collectively form one complex, it wasn't always so. Initially, all the monuments were built independently and not in one confine. The park was built much later in the 20th century and brought all the 4 monuments in one enclosure. This place was earlier known as Lady Willingdon Park and was named after the wife of the then Viceroy of the British Empire. Its foundation was laid on April 9, 1936, and it was after independence that its name was changed to Lodhi Gardens. This park is now protected by the Archaeological Survey of India.
Lodhi Garden is perhaps among the most serene places in Delhi that has been a delight to those who visited it. Now you will see this place filled with people who come to soak in the lush greenery and also to stir nostalgia of eras that this place once witnessed.
Hey guys, did you like this video? If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, share it with all your friends, your neighbors, your family, your milkman, your plumber, whoever you can share it with.